can you introduce yourself?
My name is Mrs. Aguola.
With everything you've seen today, can you predict the future of BAC in, let's say, 5 years, 10 years?
Well, I can predict, but if I'm predicting, that means I'm going to limit the school. I'm going to limit what they are going to become in 5 years. So let us just enjoy it together, because what I saw here today is beyond my own imagination.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Individual nurturing. As a result of our intentional commitment to managing our population, each child receives ample attention to ensure meticulous supervision, nurturing, and development. We place a strong emphasis on and actively foster their individuality and distinctiveness. Emphasis on real-world application. Our primary attention is directed towards practical implementation. Our approach goes beyond mere examinations, involving students in hands-on projects that have direct relevance. For instance, students in the media department actively record and edit videos. ICT students delve into the creation of e-commerce websites and expert systems. And those in the field of music explore a multitude of creative avenues.
We learned how to create an expert system, and there are 4 steps, which are planning, execution, testing, and development and deployment. And in order to have a successful machine, you have to do those 4 steps. And then we learned how to create an image using Leonardo AI. And Leonardo AI is an AI tool that you can use in which you type a keyword and it will generate an image for you based on what you type.
Career Development Program. Breeding Arena College students enjoy the Career Development Program, CDP, that is developed to guide the growth of every student in and out of Breeding Arena College in their desired career path. They get the chance to get introduced and understand all there is to know in their field, from animation to core programming, from graphic designing to UI and UX, from sound engineering to public speaking, from music production to cinematography. The students are exposed to hundreds of courses, as well as certified instructors and industry-recognized professionals as mentors. Internationally recognized certifications. Our students are assured of attaining internationally recognized certifications in their respective fields, endorsed by industry leaders such as Microsoft, LinkedIn, Google, Oracle, Coursera, UC Berkeley, Muson, and Udemy. Leveling up with the globe. Engaging with the global community through the utilization of laptops has become an integral part of daily activities, encompassing tasks such as submitting assignments and projects, downloading essential resources and reading materials, as well as participating in quizzes and exams. Certified Breeders. Our students receive tutoring from proficient educators who are certified with the latest essential skill set and possess contemporary knowledge relevant to the 21st century. Our instructors are committed to continuous growth, consistently enrolling in new courses and earning certifications to enhance their own capabilities, thereby elevating the standard of education provided to our students. Rest assured that your child will always benefit from the guidance of up-to-date educators, ensuring a top-notch learning experience. latest technologies. Immersed in an ever-evolving landscape of innovation, our students and breeders are consistently engaged with the latest technologies, methodologies, and concepts spanning across both local and global dimensions. Our curriculum remains dynamic, adapting to the ever-evolving world around us. While courses such as public speaking, thinking octagon, and etiquette have been in regular rotation, this session welcomes new additions like financial intelligence, identity formation, do-it-yourself, geohistory, and many more. We are committed to staying relevant and providing a comprehensive education.
So we will look at artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence about? We will look at education and how AI would impact education. Then the world of work.
Experience our exceptional 7-star education designed to elevate key facets of life, including finances, career, social interactions, spiritual growth, intellectual enrichment, family, and physical. BSc student equals university graduate. A Breeding Arena College graduate possesses the necessary skill set to confidently stand shoulder to shoulder with a university student, equipping them to excel in the contemporary world. Breeding Arena College offers a secure setting for growth, where a sheltered and nurtured nursery environment is thoughtfully designed to facilitate the wholesome development of each child. We specialize in more than just sports. We focus on meaningful sports and games. Our priority is to ensure that
All right. I'm sure out of everyone that is here is the communication and performance art that's most excited, right? But you don't sound excited. You all are sitting very calm and cool. Now you're seeing Emmanuel King here, and you're like, "Ugh." Yeah, you have him live. And it's good to have him here. I'm excited to have him. I'm sure you are excited to have him. He's here to take us on little training on voiceover, because you know it takes a lot to be an expert or intermediate level. And some of us have been taking on the training, so I want you to warmly welcome him by giving him a round of applause. Yeah, yeah. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. All right, so for every other person who is in ICT, music, and all of that, there's something you can always learn from everything, right? Voice acting, everyone uses their voice, so definitely you should learn a thing or two about using your voice. I don't know if it's okay, we are streaming to our parents. Yes. All right. So our parents are live watching you guys too. So if you want to say hi to them, you can just wave to the camera there. They didn't hear you. Okay. So I am very sure that it promises to be a very practical and hands-on. Lots of more information than you got in the conference, and he is a very great, and it's going to be a great time here. So, oh, I think my work here is done.
Thank you. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Are we fine? I think I saw you at the conference, right? You were there. I remember your face. Yes, I am trying to remember a few other people. Did you speak? Were you out on stage? I think I saw you. Yeah. Good morning, and thank you so much to the management for inviting me here. I consider it a privilege all the time to come talk about voiceovers, voice acting, and everything in between. All right? A round of applause for yourselves for being here. And for everyone that is strong in their face, well, this work is about communication. So it's about, yeah, sometimes you may want to be serious, but sometimes, of course, you may want to loosen up. All right? But let's pick a particular character or facial interpretation to be here. So for everyone that is, look at your neighbor, check them out. If they are too serious, tell them loosen up, loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. Okay, my slides are still, we're still working to getting that up. My name is, real name, Emmanuel Macaulay Afemikhe, but within the industry, I am King E, or King E Afemikhe, right? And for the past 14 years, I have actively used my voice to sell ideas, brands, products, and services. I have recorded some brands, big brands, local brands, startups, and of course, right now I am one. Right, thank you. Okay, I'm one of the casts for Iyanu. Iyanu is on Cartoon Network, is on HBO Max, is on Showmax. I'm one of the casts for that animation. For some of us who have seen it, okay, it was a good job. We had fun recording for about 10 months. All right. So, but it's beautiful, and over the course of the 14 years, I have organized of course, some of you were at the Voiceover conference. That's the biggest and pioneer voiceover conference in Africa, and we've done that for 6 years, right? And yes, pretty much. And of course, we organized, for those who were there also, VO Star Africa, which is also the foremost voice acting competition. But it will shock you to know that understanding your voice and being able to voice act can help you in your everyday and in your class. So voiceover in itself goes beyond recording behind the microphone. At some point, I was in secondary school like everyone here. But I grew up as a very, 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 very timid child. Okay, I was literally afraid of everything. Okay, I would not participate in class. I would not have conversations, too much conversations, no rough plays. I was very meticulous about everything that I did. But at some point, I realized that it didn't make too much sense. Reason being that I had so much to say, but I could never open my mouth to say them. Right? So consciously, I started getting interested in putting myself in situations that would get me to talk, debates, participate in class, and so many other things. All right? And we know that the Voiceover Conference has touched thousands of lives, from young people to old people. It's a global event right now. We have speakers from the United States, the United Kingdom, Portugal, South Africa, Kenya, Zambia, and the likes. And of course, our big city, motherland, Nigeria. Okay? Yes, and this is where it starts. All right? But there's so much to your voice and the fact that understanding the concept of voiceover or voice acting in itself can help you stand out. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do with your voice, right? So what do you think you can do with your voice? Sorry? Give me singing, act, voice acting. Of course, if someone sees you now, they will look at you and have some sort of perception about you. Maybe you look good, you dressed well, your hair is well cut. That's just almost nothing. But as soon as you open your mouth, people will conclude whether you're intelligent, whether you're dull, whether you're confident, whether you're shy. So many things will happen as soon as you open your mouth. That is why it is very important that you don't just know that you can speak, but you know to a very large extent your voice, what to do with it, how to manipulate it, and how to use it to your advantage. Whether you are on stage speaking like me right now, or you are in the studio, or you are voice acting as one guy who is an army and shouting, "Kill them all!" It doesn't matter. It is about your voice and knowing how to use it when you need to use it and bringing out the right emotion with the voice. So if you look at it that way, you realize that every day we use our voices for different things, bringing out different emotions, but we don't just pay attention. So this session or this class is supposed to open your eyes to the concept of voiceovers or voice acting and what you must pay attention to at every point in time when you're speaking, whether you're selling a product, whether you're selling an idea, whether you're selling a service, what you must pay attention to. So are we ready to go? We're ready to go. All right. A big thank you to two of my team members that came with me, Loho and Andre. Okay. Thank you so much for showing up. Now, unleashing your voice, a journey into voice acting. Okay? But of course, I already welcomed you. So welcome, everyone. Tell someone welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So I don't know about you, but I'm here to have fun. So if you see me, I'm smiling, I'm excited, I'm having a good time. All right? And it's just about it. If you're here and you don't want to have a good time, here is your case, right? But I'm hoping that we all can get involved, okay? Now, voice acting definition, let us clear that out, okay? Voice acting, bringing characters to life through vocal performance. Think animated films, think video games, think audio dramas. All of that is what you can use your voice for, and that's voice acting. Primarily bringing characters to life. Now, I usually say something. I said, as a voiceover artist, when I pick up a script, I do not see that script as just texts or words that are written. I see that as emotions. Yes, they are words. Yes, they are text. But I see all the emotions. I see the inflections. I see the pauses. I see the character. All of that. Okay? So if you really want to go into this career or you want to start something along that line, you cannot just see text and just see them as ordinary. They carry behavioral patterns, they carry emotions, they carry attitude, they carry stories and, all that, all right? So voice acting is bringing character to life through performance. Voiceover is narrating or providing informational audio. This includes commercials. We all know commercials, right? MTN 5 gigabyte data for 200,000 naira. Things like that. Commercials we are selling, okay? Or pidgin for those who speak pidgin. Hey, my country people better don't come. Oh, MTN don't bring, right? Okay? There's all of that. Of course, documentaries. Do you know documentaries? Have you ever listened to any documentaries? Okay? A journey that started. Okay? And then, of course, we have e-learning. If you know e-learning, of course, it's education online. All right, and we have, of course, public announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contestant is... What's your name? Sorry? Our next contestant is Emmanuel. You did not clap now. Clap for him. All right? But you use your voice for that. There are some people that is only gossiping that they use their voice for. Ah, did you hear that? No. Your voice can bring money, you know? All right, next slide, please. Okay? Next slide. Can you push present? Is it presenting so that we have it a bit fuller on the screen? Are you there? All right, if not, let's just go to the next slide. Do you need help? One has to happen. Present or next slide. Just use your arrow keys. I think that should work. Or it's not functioning from here, or is it from... Sorry, guys. Where is this thing? Okay, it's extended. So I can't, my control is off here. It's supposed to be able to control it. That's what it means. See, I can't really, okay, let me see, hold on. This is where we are now, right? I have so many things. Okay, where is it? Where is my... Where are you guys showing it from? You guys are making me open too much things. We don't know where it is. The next thing. So can we control it? Finally. All right. Apologies about that. Sorry. We had some technical issues. All right. So voice acting and voiceover, we have defined this. So please move to the next slide. Move to the next slide. Why your voice matters. Okay? And I said it earlier. I said it has some impact on your learning, but let's try to break it down. It improves comprehension. All right? When you understand the emotional nuances of a character's voice, stories and lessons become more engaging and easier to remember. So even when you're in class, there's a story that, your teacher will be telling or explaining something, you're putting it into characters, into behaviors, and it makes you understand easily, right? Boosted retention. Active engagement through vocal expression helps solidify information in your memory, making it stick longer. Because I also get on stage a lot, sometimes I'm hosting events and all that, and there are sometimes it's last minute, and I have to quickly write something down. Well, because this is what I do, I say it loud a couple of times, and when I get on stage and introduce the event, everyone's like, they didn't know that it was just there. I was trying to, all right? Or maybe a couple of hours before I got there, all right? So as much as possible, this can help you remember. And that is very good, okay? You realize that sometimes the reason, when you forget in exam halls, you forget T-H-E, you are thinking, T-H-E, T-H-E, the, how do you spell? Right? Because you can't remember, all right? Enhanced participation. Practicing voice acting can build confidence. I said that earlier, okay? Encouraging you to speak up, present ideas, and participate actively actively in class discussions. Now, I've gone through secondary, primary, university, and I realized that some of the most successful people, especially in class or starting from the class, are not usually the most brilliant. A lot of the time are those that are more vocal. They know it and they can say it. Right? You realize that your teachers will probably talk about you more. They will like you to a very large extent, even though that's not okay, but they will put you in positions where you can easily excel. Why? Because they know that this person is brilliant and they can say it. You represent the school anywhere. It's not because you are the most brilliant, but because you are more confident, you get involved, you ask questions, you contribute, you realize that people know you more, people see you more, you are positioned more for growth. And whether you like it or not, being popular and being brilliant is good, though. It's good. It will open some doors, okay? Even in life. All right? So as much as possible, this is how it will help you. Please, let's go on. Now, type of voiceovers, more than just narration. We have commercials, selling products or services, radio ads, TV spots. We all know this. This is like what everyone knows. So everyone thinks that as a voiceover artist, this is only what you do. You sell. You sell on radio ads, and that's really about it. Okay? But it goes beyond that, because that's just one of the genres of voiceovers. Just one of the genres. Commercials. All right? We have e-learning. Sometimes I do because, of course, we have voiceover workshop and media. We do production and training and all that. Sometimes we have projects that it's e-learning and a voiceover artist has to be hired to read it. But the reading is not just anyhow. It is properly done, that when you're listening to it or watching it, it is engaging. It is beautiful to follow. Okay? So there's e-learning and, of course, documentary. There's IVR, telephony, automated phone systems, and greetings. The number you have dialed is currently not available. Please try again later. The number you have called is switched off. That is the work that we do. So you hear it on the phone, but that's voiceover work. Right? And people get paid to do that. We recorded one for Keystone Bank not too long ago. We recorded one for Jaiz Bank, a couple of months back, and these jobs come, okay? Audiobook, reading entire books for audio consumption. There are some people that, they don't want to sit down and be reading a book. They can just play the book. And they play it and they're enjoying it. You're painting pictures. You're painting ideas. So they're reading, they're understanding, but they are also having a good time. And that's something people get paid to do. Okay, next slide, please. Character and script breakdown. Now, it is important because the work that we do involves working with scripts. Now, that script will give you directions, all right, of what role you're supposed to play. So, some people say that voice actors have multiple personalities, or some people call it multiple personality disorder. It's not a disorder anyway, it's just a joke. All right? But the whole idea is that you can become different people at different times. So today, you're probably a CEO. Tomorrow, you're a class teacher. Next tomorrow, you're a student. Some days after, you're a business Igbo man. The next day, you're probably a market woman. Next tomorrow, maybe you are the malam that is selling nama. Okay? But you're able to, go from one character to the other and become the new character. Right? So, to truly bring a character or script to life, we need to ask ourselves a few key questions. This helps us understand the context and deliver an authentic performance. Now, why is this important? Because if I say anyone here, be a dad, for instance, okay? So be a dad, spontaneous. Let me look for someone that's, can pass for a dad. You have been too serious and quiet, so come. Right? So if I say that you should be a dad, for instance, just off the top of your mind, right? And I say that you should tell me, hurry up, you're going to get late to school if you don't. How will you do that? I just give you your script, but I want you to be a dad.
Hurry up, you are going to get late.
That's all you see. Hurry up, like that, right? Why did you decide to say it like that? Do you know?
Because you are late for school.
No, there's a reason you decide to choose that, because there are like maybe 5 different ways to be a dad, but you chose this particular one to just speak normally. Hurry up, you are going to. Why? Sit. So my point exactly. There is no why. But if there is a why, the script has to tell him what dad he should be. I didn't give him any context. I just said be a dad. So he can decide to say, hurry up, you are going to get late to school, and it's okay. He can say, hurry up, and it's still okay. But the script did not say you should be aggressive or you should be calm. Maybe the script said, be playful and be loving. But until you know the script, you can't know which dad. But he can be any dad. A playful dad, an aggressive dad, a fair dad. You understand? A calm dad. It doesn't matter. But until the script says, be this particular dad, and there's a story around, right? You will not know. That is why you need a script. Does that make sense? So let's call someone else. Maybe like a G.I. Jane kind of, who's someone that can do action film here. Can you? Come on. Please, a round of applause for her. So I want you to say, right, the next time I see you, you will not have any story to tell. That is something. I don't want to use, but let's just use that. The next time I see you, you will not have any story to tell. That's your line. So for now, we don't have a context. That's just the line. See, she's now sounding like an educated person that knows. You know, if I called her, if I explained this, she won't ask this question. But let's just.
Okay.
So that's your line, yes.
The next time I see you, you won't have a story to tell. Yes. To you.
Yes.
The next time I see you, you won't have a story to tell.
Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you so much. Right? She has the behavior. By the time we give her a bit more context, right, you realize that she'll probably do it better. Then she'll go into the character. That is why you need a script, because the script will tell you that the direction. Right? Whether you should say, the next time I see you. Whether I say, the next time I see you. Or whether I say, the next time I see you, you will have no story. Let's sound like a Nigerian Hollywood or Nollywood actor. The next time I see you, you will have no story to tell. Okay? But whether that's what we should do. But the script has to tell you that. Okay? So that's why you need to know the context. All right? So even if you pick a script on your own, you can ask these questions. What, where, why, when, who, and how. The 5 W's and H in the context of a script. You must understand these for you to understand the character that you are playing. And in this situation, you might look at it as, oh, it's just when I'm doing animation. But no, even when you're standing on stage. Are you a teacher? What kind of teacher are you? Are you a fun teacher? Are you someone that just wants to be serious, uptight? Are you a corporate guy? Are you at a corporate event? Are you the governor of your state or of Lagos State? Right? Are you the commissioner for works? What are you? That will determine, because even the commissioner or the Lagos State governor, there's a way he speaks on stage and there's a way he speaks at home. There's a way he speaks with his friends. But you must understand those different positions and those different characteristics for you to be able to do what? To play them out. Okay, so what? What is the character's objective? What are they trying to achieve? So the next time I see you, you will have no story to tell. What am I trying to achieve? Do I want the person to be afraid? Do I want the person to go on an exile? Do I want them to feel like we are friends? Because that will determine. It's just the same way if you're talking to your younger sibling, for instance. There's a way you say some things, you want them to just leave that place immediately. There's a way you say it, they will smile at you and laugh because they feel like you are playing with them. Because you have determined, you have decided what? The next thing is where? Where is this scene taking place? How does the environment influence the character? Now, this is very important because even if you're recording in the studio, right? But your character is in the library. It doesn't matter whether you're in the studio, because you understand where your character is, you will record as though you are in the library and not in the studio, even though your actual self is in the studio. You can scream, you can shout, but in the library, realistically, you don't go into the library and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" No, you don't do that. You try to say, "Hey, you see, sit down, sit down, sit down." Don't do. So even though you're recording in the studio, you must determine where is this character. And if the script says the character is in the library, studying with other students, you know that your recording style will be whispery or a bit silent or a bit calm, because you're paying attention to the environment, even though you're not actively in the library. You see why it's important? Okay? And then we go to the next thing. Why? Why is the character saying these words? What motivates their actions and emotions? Why? There is always a reason. So what's the reason? What is motivating their emotion? Why are they doing this thing? Right? And if you know that, then you know how. So take, for instance, they say you are a military leader. Okay? Who is a military? Who can pass as a military? You guys, you know yourselves now. Who can pass as a military leader here? Who? You can pass as a military. Oh yeah, come on. Please, a round of applause for her. Right? So, why is the character saying these words? So if, let's assume, for instance, take your mind to, you are in a battlefield, right? And your team, or let's say the soldiers that you went to war with, you have like, let's say 20 man and women team, right? And there's only 5 left. So 15. All right? If you look at it, how will you express the statement or the text? Kill them all. Don't let anyone escape.
Kill them all. Don't let anyone escape.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, a round of applause for her. Okay? So you see, we are impressed, right? But it's there. But if I tell you that, you are a military leader and you went to war and you said, kill them all, there will probably be a different, if you want to go a bit deeper into the character, you realize that, one, kill them all. Don't let anyone escape. The other one will tell you that your soldiers, the guys you came with, 15, are gone. The other ones are thinking whether they should continue or run away. Now you are a military leader, but you are in pain. You see that your friends, your colleagues, co-soldiers, they are dead. You are mixed in between fear and confidence. You see that it's painting a whole new feeling for you. right? Now, your motivation is not just the words, but the reason behind what you want to say. So you're probably mixing confidence and fear and tears to say that. Because you are the leader, you must show that, oh, I am still strong. Let's continue this fight. So instead of you to say, kill them all, don't let anyone escape, you go, kill them all! Right? You are both in pain and in glow. Kill them all! Right? So as much as possible, that is you understanding that. All right, let's go on. Say, when is this happening? Does the time of the day or historical period impact the delivery? The way you deliver a script or even a speech, right? The way you record a script or a speech in 1950 is not the same way you do it now. Because to a very large extent, even in Nigeria, our lingua have changed. The way of speaking has also changed. All right? And even if you're in the public office, this is also very relevant to you. Right? Because you talk to people, because you engage and interact with different people, it makes sense for you to understand your audience, the time of the day, the time of what. In fact, sometimes it's like when you're talking to Gen Zs. You understand? There are certain linguas that you have to use for them to understand what you're saying. In the 90s, no one would say those kind of things. You understand? Do the calms, do the calms. You get? You say, what is this one saying? But we are talking to Gen Zs because you use their, you understand? Say the test, H2O, no quencha. You understand? Because you know what's going on. All right? So when is this happening? And another thing when we want to look at when is what time of the day. Okay, you realize that naturally as a human being, when you wake up in the morning, you're not as active as when you get to school, maybe in the afternoon during break time, right? Because you're now a bit more active, everything is on point. But when you wake up, they are dragging you, get up, go and get ready. You say, I'm going, come on. You are slow because you're trying to boot. Some people are in Pentium 1, some are in Pentium 2. It just depends. Okay, the OS may be slow, or maybe there's some, all right? Because it's in the morning. Likewise, if you have to record a script that says you just woke up, you realize that you cannot say, hey, everyone, what's going on? No, you won't say that, but you say it as though you just woke up. So that behavior must also come in place because of the time of the day. It's just the same thing when you get to the office, you don't get all active and saying, hey. Everyone will look at you on a Monday morning, what's going on? You'll be fired. Because it's just Monday morning. What's happening? Are you on serious or what? Okay? But maybe when it's like Friday afternoon, thank God it's Friday, everybody just look at you and say, well, it's end of the week. It's okay. Everybody's very native after all, so it's not that serious. Okay? So you must understand these things, and these things apply to life as well, your everyday. Okay? And now let's go to who. Who is the character speaking to? How does their relationship affect their voice? Take, for instance, you're speaking with your classmates. There's a different tone. There's a different behavior. If the person offends you, say, why are you talking to me like that? Please. But you cannot talk to your teacher like that. Why? Because you know who you're talking to. You cannot talk to your mother like that. You cannot talk to your daddy like that. No. If you try it, you'll be in soup. You understand? Yes. Sometimes I tell my daughter, I say, don't touch my wife. Will you leave that place? Your mom is talking to you and not responding. Why? Because you must understand who is talking to her. And you see that, again, it's everyday life. When you're in front of the principal, there's a behavior. When you're in front of the president of Nigeria, there is a behavior. No matter what you're saying, no matter how lofty you think your ideas are, there must be a behavior. And when you're recording a script, the character you're talking to should affect your voice, should affect whatever it is that you do. You must be able to differentiate that. So that's why, you see, this is important. If you don't understand it, you cannot bring a character to life. Okay? And we have how. How does the character feel? How should the lines be delivered to convey emotion and intent? Now, when we say this character, we don't mean you that is recording. We mean the character in the script that you have become. Right? So when I pick up a character, take for instance, Iyanu, right? I acted as Abe, right? But I am King E. But I have to be that guy in that animation. I actually acted 3 different characters on that project. Right? There's some that are in season 2 for those who have not seen it. Okay? So, how does the character feel? Feeling is also important. And again, in our everyday life, feelings are applicable, right? Whatever you feel, sometimes you react, you're angry, you're sad, you're hungry. Some people say when they are hungry, they're angry. You know, it's just because you know the environment you are. That's why you be angry. There are some environments that you be. It doesn't matter how hungry you are, you behave, right? But practically what we're trying to say is that how does the character feel? This also affects what you deliver. So is it pain? Is it sadness? Is it, are they just grateful? Right? All of these things will play out in your recording of that particular character. Okay? So as much as possible, you must ask yourself these questions before you record any script. And sometimes every day before, in fact, if you're speaking on stage, right, you must also ask, because at the end of the day, it is about communication and understanding. It's about the fact that you have a target audience and the fact that people are listening to you. Okay? Whether you're selling an idea, whether you're selling a product, whether you're selling a service, it really doesn't change. All right? Next slide. Okay. The market day adventure. Let's do some practice. Okay? Let's do some practice. Ayo. Now, there's some age differences, but it doesn't matter. We have Ayo, we have Uncle Deji. Okay, just for this one. So I need, maybe I want a male and a female to do this. It really doesn't matter. Anyone can. So who is bold enough? All right, so 2 of you first come out. I think we have maybe 1 or 2 other scripts. Okay, do we have another microphone? Come up here. Come up either. Check 1, 2. So we'll do a bit of character analysis. Okay, so 2 things. Character analysis and interpretation. This character analysis is analyzing the character. And character interpretation is becoming that character. Okay? So who wants to go first? Go to the next slide. Let me see whether we have anything there that explains dialogue, bringing it to life. Ayo and Uncle Deji. Okay, we have it here, but go back to the previous page. Okay? So character, we have Ayo excited about 10 to, so we must know who Ayo is before we write. Okay, so you play Ayo and you play Uncle Deji, so that at least some people, females, the answer Ayo. Right? But let's go. Let's check the character breakdown. Go to the next slide. Let's just go through the character. Now let's explore different ways to perform these lines. Consider the 5 W's and H we discussed. Okay. Ayo's emotion. Try gasping with pure awe and wonder. Then try it with a mischievous tone, hoping to distract Uncle Deji. Deliver please as a desperate plea, then as a playful tease. Uncle Deji, read indeed Ayo with a warm, patient smile. Next, try it with a slightly exasperated but still loving smile. How does this voice change when he reminds Ayo about the papers? So let's go back to the previous slide. So who do you think Ayo is and who do you think Uncle Deji is. Now, this, please, you can face our audience, right? There are no wrong answers. First of all, there are no wrong answers because right now you have the liberty to decide or define who these characters are for you. Aha. So who wants to go first? Ladies first.
Okay, so I think Ayo is an enthusiastic young child that's just curious to learn about things around her.
So let's do it based on the 5 W's and age. All right. So who has the notes that has all the notes that we can explain based on our notes, right? Okay. So yes, go on stage and help them. Let them respond based on the 5 W's and age. But yeah, the conference. Thank you for coming. I saw you. Oh, yeah, sit. Go there. Yes. Please, if you're not at the conference, you can still join. It seems like you're all at the conference. Yeah, rub your friends. They are not proud. They are very happy. All right? If you feel like you want to participate, please come out. Yes.
So I just state the
Yes.
the what.
So you're explaining based on, so we're analyzing based on 5 W's and age, context of script. So that character, for you, you have to be able to answer those questions. Okay. Or feel like you understand the character. Does that make sense? Okay. All right.
Okay, so what Ayo is trying to achieve is, I think she's kind of distracting her uncle so he can focus on the yam that she heard about. Where in the marketplace, a typical Lagos market.
Why?
She has heard of something and now she's seeing it, so she's curious to know about it.
Thank you.
When I think it's in the afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay, she's speaking to her uncle.
How?
Obviously.
How?
With curiosity and enthusiasm. Yeah, so she's excited.
Okay. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you so much for fixing this. That was really fast. You guys are very, very active here. You are giving me, wow. For a school. I've gone to schools to speak, but I love the excellence. All right. Okay. Uncle Deji.
Uncle Deji is a very calm.
So what are you responding to now? What, when, where? So we want to be sure that you have a perspective of who Uncle Deji is. Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Uncle Deji is in the market.
He's Uncle Deji, not Deji. I'm not Yoruba, but I kind of feel like you are saying it wrong. Please correct me if I am wrong as well. I am not wrong, Abi. I am correct.
You are correct.
Very correct. Aha. But he's funkifying Deji. He's sounding okay. Now that is important because as a voiceover artist, when you want to pronounce a particular name or word and you're not sure, we usually say call the client, okay, or go to Google and just check the pronunciation so that it makes a bit of sense. We know we are Nigerians sometimes, but when it's traditional name, I kind of think that some people don't like it. All right, so yes, go on.
Uncle Deji.
Please, a round of applause for him. That was a quick one. All right.
So he's in the marketplace and he's focused. So the reason why he said this is so that Ayo wouldn't distract him from their original purpose.
Okay.
Where?
In the market.
Why?
They want to get some fresh pepper for dinner.
When?
In the afternoon, I guess.
Who?
He's talking to Ayo
How?
in a very calm tone so that they can quickly get back to why they're in the market.
Okay, a round of applause for, and thank you so much. All right? So let's hear them interpret the character and see how they do. Okay? Are you ready? Are you guys ready too? So you tell us if they did well, right? Okay, in 3, 2, 1, action.
Look, Uncle, is that the yam? Sorry.
It's all right.
Look,
TOP.
Uncle, is that the giant yam I heard about? It's bigger than my head.
Indeed, Ayo. Mama Ngozi always has the biggest produce, but don't forget why we are here. We need fresh pepper for dinner.
Oh, right. But can we just look at the yam for a little longer, please?
Okay, a round of applause for them. Okay, Ayo, great work, both of you. But I kind of think that we can have more, right? Ayo sounded more like it wasn't really excitement. It was somewhere in between, like she wanted to tear up and just being a baby. Okay? But what we want to see is excitement. Like you have eaten too much sugar. Right? I know that you are grown up now. It's hard for you. When you were a child, it was very easy. It was a normal thing. Eating sugar and jumping all over the place. All right? So let's go back to when we were children for a bit. No, stay. We're going to do it one more take, okay? And then, of course, I'm sure that you would have done so well. Okay? So give us a bit more excitement, all right? Uncle Deji, I need clarity to be a bit more in your voice, all right? Don't settle too much in your lower register that we are struggling to hear your words, all right? Because as a voice actor, it's important that every word is heard clearly with intention, you know. All right, so let's take it one more time, but great work, great start. I loved it, but let's just do one more take, and then we'll see how that goes. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, action.
Look, Uncle, is that the giant yam I heard about? It's bigger than my head.
So Ayo, do something for me. All right, so that we just feel a bit more. All right, let's go. Go.
Look, Uncle, is that the giant yam I heard about? It's bigger than my head.
Indeed, Ayo. Mama Ngozi always has the biggest produce. But don't forget why we are here. We need fresh peppers for dinner.
Oh, right. But can we just look at the yam for a little longer, please?
A round of applause for these ones. Wow! That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much. You can go sit down. Wow, I loved it. Loved it. Thank you. Please, a round of applause for them again. I liked it. Guys, have something happening. You're going to go foul. All right, next. Keep going. Right. Key takeaways on next steps. You've taken the first excitement step into the world of voice acting. A round of applause for yourselves. Okay. But usually practice makes, well, I say practice makes usual. You get used to it. But let's just say practice makes perfect. What everyone knows. Read aloud every day. Mimic characters if you have to. And record yourself. Listen actively. Pay attention to voices in media. How do they convey emotion and personality? All right? Be creative. Don't be afraid to experiment with different voices and characters. All right? Your voice is your powerful tool. Keep exploring, keep practicing, and unleash your unique sound. Go on. Let me see if there's any other thing there. That's all. There's something I always say. Talk is cheap, but your voice can be expensive. A round of applause for yourselves. It's been great. Okay? Thank you so much. So questions, if you have questions, please come and ask your questions and let us. Okay? Who will help me with this mic? Let's get this mic to. Thank you so much. Is it off? Let's turn it on. Please help me turn it on for her. No, I think it's just off. No, nothing. Yeah.
My first question is, do you ever get scared on stage?
Yes. It's almost a natural thing. Well, maybe not on stage, but before I get on stage, sometimes maybe not fear right now. Okay, maybe before now, yes. But right now, I have mastered the art of being on stage to a very large extent. So even when I'm unsettled, right, or my heart beats is beating fast, I smile a lot, and I just use that to cover it. Right? So I come on stage, you will not know because I'm smiling. And then when I start talking, I'm just having fun. You have another question?
Yes.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Have you ever forgotten your lines on stage? If so, what do you do?
Right. So one thing about voice acting is we always have scripts. So you rarely forget your line. Maybe you try to get into the character, and usually you have a director, whether it's a virtually directed session or a live directed session. You have someone that is usually there and says, no, instead of this, do it, instead of just, because sometimes you do voice acting, you're not even saying anything. You're not saying any words, you're just making sounds and emotions. That's all you're doing. And that's just the work. Okay? So sometimes you have that. But if it's maybe you are hosting an event, which is something else altogether, then you have to find a way to get yourself back, because no one will come to help you. All right, so but the best thing is just be prepared. Okay, know your stuff. Okay, and what people see on the outside is not how it started. You show people what you have mastered. Everything I'm doing here now is something that I've acquired over the many years I've been in the speaking or voiceover business, right? So that's what you see right now. You feel like, oh, it's good, it's impressive. I just feel like it's normal because I've been doing this for that long, right? And when I started, it wasn't that good. But we keep learning, we keep growing, and yeah. Okay, you have more questions?
Yes,
You
two
wrote
more.
them. You wrote them down. Oh, wow, I'm impressed. Please, a round of applause for her.
The third one. In your explanation, you were talking about selling products, services, and ideas. How do you sell ideas?
How do you sell ideas? I organize the biggest voiceover conference in Africa, and I have to talk to people about it. Come sponsor, come speak at the conference, come volunteer at the conference. That's an idea. But the way I sell it will determine whether someone will be interested to drop any amount of money or even be part of it. Okay? There was a time I was speaking with a CEO of a big brand, and I was talking to him about the conference and all of that, and he just told some of his guys, say, please go out, go out, go out, go out. I said, I was just listening to you talk, and I feel like we need to be part of this thing. It's a long story. They wanted to buy the whole idea off my hand and all that, but there's more to what I do than the money. So I just said, no, I wasn't going to do that, right? So sometimes you sell what you do so much so that particular idea that you have that people are interested in being part of it or supporting you or coming on board, okay? That is something that you have to master. At the last voiceover conference, we had minimum of 85 volunteers, just volunteers, people who came on, you understand? But when we started, it was just myself and one or two other people who were struggling to even do it. We couldn't get 85 people in a room to even do the conference. But right now, we have over 85 people volunteering. There must be something that you have to tell them that will make it make sense to them, because no one is getting paid. Okay, so that's how you sell an idea. And sometimes even to your teachers, you can go and sell a concept, something you're thinking or something you feel like someone did that you don't like. The way you sell it to them also matters. You can't come and say, this person did, and they'll be looking at you like, what's the matter? But if you come like, good morning, ma, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm a very peace-loving and kind, easygoing student. You know, I really like to focus on my education so much, but there's just been a lot of distraction. I would really appreciate that you speak with John. He's really distracting me from my education. He was poking me, and I told him that, you know, and she'd be like, "What? Where is John? John, come here. Why are you?" You understand? Because of how you sold it. You understand? The Bible says the profit of wisdom is direction. Okay, when you have wisdom, you have direction, and when you sell it, they will even tell John, "John, if you try, everyone will have looking out for you because you came and you tabled your matter." I rest my case. Right? Does that make sense? Okay.
Last
Last
question.
question.
Is voiceover fun or boring?
Voiceover is what you call it. For me, it is the funnest job ever, or career ever, right? I smile, I have fun. It's just fantastic. I enjoy doing it, okay? But the best part is enjoying something and getting paid for it. I think that's the best part, all right? So it's fun. I would tell you for free. It's fun, but it just depends on whether you also think it is. But for you to thrive, or for you to stay long in the industry, I think that in whatever industry, whatever career path, you have to ask yourself several questions. And there's nothing wrong with whether it is fun or not fun. You know, for me, it is. To some people, they just want to pay their bills, and that's what's important to them, and it's okay. All right? Because when you become an adult, you realize that sometimes it's not about emotion, it's not about fun, it's about what needs to be done. Okay, right now, your life, your way of life is being sponsored. Someone is sponsoring your lifestyle. You want to go somewhere, you want to go to school, someone is paying your fees, ensuring that you wear the right clothes, you eat well, you are lounging and living large. Okay, but when you grow up and you get to the position where your mommy and your daddy is now, you realize that sometimes it's about what needs to be done. All right? So whether you're having fun or not, if you feel like this is relevant to my life to affect it positively, then it's fine. Right? But it's sweeter when you have something you love to do, you enjoy doing it, and you're paid to do it. It's also more beautiful. All right? But for me, it's fun. I enjoy it. I love it.
As you explained,
You still have a question?
I have a question.
Wonderful.
As I am now in secondary school,
Yep.
if I want to go into voiceover, and how do I start it from this tender age?
You have started already. You're just in a class. Or usually, of course, there's trainings, all right? We at the voiceover workshop, we have like different trainings. It just makes sense that you get an education around voice acting or voiceover and the voiceover industry so that you know what the industry is about, what the career is about, some terminologies that are used, all of that, and of course understanding why. Because it's not about the voice, it's about what you do with it and how you apply it. Okay? That's what that education gives to you. All right? And it also connects you with people in the industry that will help you grow. Right? So that's the first place to start. Then the rest, there's personal development. You have to decide how far you want to go. There are some people that have been in the industry longer than I have been, but have not done close to quarter of what I've done within the African space across Africa. It's just a personal thing. Personal perception, and the way I see voiceovers is not the way some people see it. And it's all okay. All right? I don't see voiceover as just recording behind the microphone, and I've said that a couple of times. It's more. The fact that I'm standing here, speaking with you guys from one voice range to the other, one engagement style to the other, is all playing out. Right? Thank you. Are you fine?
Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Please, a round of applause for her. All right. Please, let's have a mic. Let's give him a mic.
Thank you so much, sir. You made mention of personal development. So I wanted to ask, leaving secondary school or going into the university, is it something, a course there that talks about voice acting?
Voice acting. Right now, no. I think the closest thing would be theater arts, right? So, yeah, that's a straight one. But as much as possible, you can get training from us, if at all. We've trained several hundreds of students, some in the university, some are just, undergraduates, some already in the workforce. Okay, that's for now. That's it. We are hoping that someday soon we'll also push for courses like that to be, added to some curriculums or some courses in the university, which would make a lot of sense. All right. But I started doing voiceovers when I was in the university. In fact, voiceover paid my university school fees, first school fees, second school fees, and that's the only way I could go into. That was the only way I could go through school. Okay, that's a story for another day. Okay,
Last question.
Yes, please.
I wanted to ask, because it has been a greatest concern for me, in terms of, because AI is rapidly developing.
You are right.
And they are coming up with voiceovers. I mean, they are moving. So I wanted to ask, is it still possible for someone to thrive in this era where voice acting or voiceovers is being done by AI and it looks so realistic?
Well, to a very large extent, you just have to ask yourself several questions. Right now, AI is beneficial. Some people are benefiting from the fact that there's AI at all, right? There's 11 labs and other platforms that you can have your voice on and you're getting paid, all right? Some people are afraid because they just like to be afraid. All right? It's just the same way that when television came, some people felt like it was demonic and all of that, and so many stories around it, okay? And there's the authenticity that comes with the human voice, right? What AI would do is that it will separate the good from the not so good, because there will be some people that will still be working because they are so good, and the world has moved from just your voice to your voice and your personality. So you have to now start building personalities that are voice actors, not just voice actors that are looking for scripts to voice, right? I think about 3 years or so ago, or over 3 years ago, I signed a contract with a company in Australia to provide my voice for a platform that they were building, right? It was it was a video gaming platform, right? So I did some characters on there, and for the next 2 years or more, I was paid every year without doing any work. So I'll just get a mail and say, send your invoice for so USD, and I'll just send it, and they'll credit my account. So imagine that you provide your voice for an AI platform, and every year you're paid, let's say $2,000 every year without moving a muscle. Would you say AI is bad? My brothers, my sister, no. AI is good. The best thing after sliced bread. That's what you say. You preach the gospel of AI to people. Why? Because you're not doing any work. So a lot of the time, there's, of course, the fear. And a lot of people do not want to look into the opportunities that are there and how to collaborate. AI is a tool. It is good. It has some things that will happen to some voices, of course, right? But we are human beings. One of the things that we have that sometimes we don't even know is the possibility to find solutions when challenges come. But a lot of people are too lazy to want to do that. What I'm doing right now, I don't think AI will come and be speaking to you guys. But maybe before that time, it gets to that time, I'll probably not be here anymore, all right? But for now, we're doing the most that we can. The Voiceover conference, I don't know if an AI will go and organize that one. Maybe, sometime soon, I don't know, right? But the thing is, position your voice as a brand. Position yourself and look for a way to collaborate with this tool, all right, instead of fear. Because fear, what it does is it takes your eye away from the good that is in something and shows you only the bad, right? And then you react to that. It's just the same way some people say Nigeria is bad. They cannot have a future here. but some people are making millions every month and living fantastic lives, while some people feel like there are no opportunities. Okay, so it's a matter of perspective, and where you focus on, that's what you see. Okay, yeah. Does that answer your question? Thank you. Yes, please.
Yeah, so what exactly made you see your potential, or what made you to discover your skill that you had in voiceover or voice acting?
Right, I didn't. Someone thought I could, and that was it. Right? There's you knowing yourself and knowing what you can do. I mean, first of all, right now you know a bit about voiceovers. You think some people here already feel like they can do this, and then you start putting yourself in spaces where you are able to record maybe school projects, mini stuff that just keeps giving you the booster or the confidence to do more, and you keep growing. The truth is, the future is not known. You just keep doing what you think is relevant or what you're convinced enough, to want to do right now. And when the opportunity shows up, you're ready for it. I didn't know what voiceovers were actually, but a friend of mine, Pastor Wole Adesonya, felt like, this guy, you have a voice, you should try voiceovers. I really didn't know what that was, right? But he kept giving me scripts to record, and I'll just be in the studio, I'll record it with nothing in mind, not thinking that it was anything really, okay? Until I started looking into it, finding out, learning more, going online, going on YouTube, finding out, and then, of course, started listening more to voiceover work, people who are in the voiceover space, asking questions, and yeah, we are here. Okay, so sometimes you find out yourself and just believe in yourself enough to keep pushing and keep opening up possibilities for yourself, or opportunities will get to you. Or maybe even if you don't see it, someone will say, oh, you can do this thing. I think you can. And sometimes, the truth is, in life, you may not know everything. You may not know what the future. Sometimes your mom and your dad, they feel like, do this thing because they can see it. And maybe you're not convinced enough, all right? But you just have to try to believe, have a positive attitude towards it, or positive mindset, rather. That this is something I think I should explore. Something Ibukwa Woshika said sometime. He said she would rather try something and it fails than never trying it, right? It's better that you try something, it doesn't work. You know that, okay, you tried, it didn't work, than I don't think I'll succeed. Let me just leave it. You might regret that maybe you should have tried it for it to really work, okay? And I think that there's also the part of prayer, okay? That also helps to a very large extent. Because there's a lot we don't know about the world. And prayer would also help you so that your path can be directed right. Okay? We sleep, we don't know what's going on in the world. But we just pray, and there's a God. All right? Let me not turn to a pastor. Is there any other question? Yes, please.
Yeah, does your voice ever get strained whenever you talk for hours?
Right. That's so for my voice, I don't think so. But that's really my voice. So usually I say that you must know your voice. Okay? You must know your voice. Of course, there are certain things that you should try not to do or overdo, shouting too much, sometimes staying up late and not sleeping on time, not resting your vocal cords enough. There are some people as well that they eat certain things and it gets in their way of communication and all of that, right? Except I have a cold or something that just disturbs my voice. If not, I'm mostly fine. Okay? So you just have to know your voice and know the different strengths, pitches, and all of that the voice has. You have to know which one you have. Okay? And work with that. And make sure that you are known for that. All right? Okay? Right, are we good? We're good? We're good. All right. Thank you so much for your time and your audience. I had a great time doing this. All right.
Israel, now you know how to use your voice. Talk is cheap, but your voice will be expensive, right? Nobody's answering. Great. So, as I said earlier, don't just leave it to the CAP students. You all are involved and you should learn to use your voice. And now don't use it to sell anything to me. Don't report any students and make me buy it. I was in the class, so I heard. So don't try that. But it's good to know how to use your voice because definitely we all will have to speak. Either you're an engineer, you are in the IT space, you have to speak. And how you speak is what determines how you are received. So thank you very much. A round of applause for him. Thank him so much. We are greatly humbled and appreciative of your presence and the team and what you have done so far. So I think that will be all for now. I don't think they have any other questions, but we want pictures, first of all. So we will all together take a picture here, and then other things will happen, will follow after. So you know how you arrange yourselves. If you are summarized and brief, you know where to stay. Huh? So let's come to the stage and arrange ourselves, please. Those who are summarized, you know where to stay. Please don't go hidden. Thank you. And then afterwards, the CAP students will take with him. And then afterwards... All right. No, I said if you are summarized, come forward. Come. Wealth, come forward. Aha. All right, so this is what happened. Everyone behind him just part like the Red Sea. So there's an empty...
Me to this school has been a very wonderful one. She's more matured. You know, before now, she used to be shy.
Okay.
She's bold.
Right,
she talks boldly now. And so she's more relational. Then the way she reacts to issues is very different now. She reacts to issues from a very matured level. In fact, at times I just look at her and I just give thanks to God. BAC is a blessing to this generation. You know, BAC, what I see about BAC is that they have vision. And if you see their step-by-step journey, you know that they are going somewhere. Especially if you come close to the students in BAC, you will see that truly they are different from others, just as they call them preserved. You know, BAC is very different from others, as I said. They call their parents canopies, they call the students preserved, and the teachers are called breeders. And all these times are very important because each of them is being interpreted in the way they relate with the students, the breeders, and the parents. What I just pray for every day for the school is wisdom to really bring that which God has given them to pass in the life of the children, because the children are actually preserved. They are preserved for tomorrow. They are different from others. Happy anniversary, BAC. God bless you. Greater ones, greater tomorrow. Great, great, great BAC. Thank you.
Is that good? All right, so any breeder that wants to... Oh, you can. Thank you.
Good day, sir. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Itwa Isimati. I'm an engineer.
Okay, so with the event and everything that you've seen, how do you feel about the success of BAC so far?
Well, given everything I saw today, BAC is starting faster than I actually think most institutions start. So in the matter of 3 to 5 years, the achievement will be an achievement people are doing 15, 20. It's a rapid success for the Ghana.
In a world where the elements push you to your limits,
only the strong endure.
Built to face the harshness of nature, designed for those who refuse to compromise.
unmatched style that commands attention, putting you on the spotlight.
A statement in every step you take, crafted with superior quality.
Ensuring performance you can trust.
Face the harsh, embrace the style. Trust the quality. Breeding Arena College, not just a school, but an opportunity.
In a world where the elements push you to your limits,
only the strong endure.
Built to face the harshness of nature, designed for those who refuse to compromise.
unmatched style that commands attention, putting you on the spotlight.
A statement in every step you take, crafted with superior quality.
Ensuring performance you can trust.
Face the harsh, embrace the style. Trust the quality. Breeding Arena College, not just a school, but an opportunity.
See, call the call of our hearts. Claim, my boy, you were an unexpected blessing to us. Your presence has brought so much transformation in our lives. We might not say this very often, but we are proud of you.
Dear Wealth, you are beautiful, full of power, strength, and joy. Thanks for making motherhood so easy for me and going all out to make your mommy smile.
Hello, Ademola, my love, my first fruits, my home opener. I just want to celebrate God in your life. I remember when I saw you in a pool of blood, the day you had an accident that gave you open heaven teeth.
What I deeply admire about you, my baby girl, your quest for knowledge. I admire.
Hello, my name is King E. Afemikhe, founder of Voiceover Workshop and Media and the convener of the Voiceover Conference. And I am here at Breed, Breeding Arena. Let me do that again. Hi, my name is King E. Afemikhe, the founder of Voiceover Workshop and Media and the convener of the Voiceover Conference. And I am here live at Breeding Arena College. See, I'm super excited, I'm super excited about this place, right? First of all, because of the intentionality that I have felt since I came here. The quality, the excellence, from the teachers to the students, I think is exceptional. I was just telling one of the teachers, I said that this is a breath of fresh air, a school where the students are so intelligent and the teachers are so happy to make the students know more and give them a wholesome education. For me, I think that that is something that you don't see every time. right? And I'm super excited for the students and for the school that they're putting and pulling something like this in Nigeria. I am super proud. All right. The Voiceover Conference, well, it's the biggest and the pioneer voiceover conference in Africa. And all the time, one thing that we look out for is how we can also contribute to the future of students, of young people, both from secondary school even to the university. And seeing the breathing Arena College at the Voiceover Conference this year was exciting for me, and I decided to say, see, I was going to be here. First of all, because I was so busy that I couldn't invite secondary schools. Second, of course, because they were so excited to be there. Their presence were felt, and because of that, I felt like I have to be in the school. Came all the way. It was beautiful to see and beautiful to be here, and I enjoyed every moment I have spent here. So thank you so much, Breeding Arena College, for what you're doing, for the perspective that you're bringing into the educational system, starting from Nigeria, and I'm sure that very soon across Africa and even the world. You guys are doing something exceptional, and I am proud, and I'm sure that you should be proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you, very, very excellent. Thank you very much.
Keep being obedient, loving people, and loving what he loves. You will see that nations will submit their wealth at your feet.
Thank you for not unnecessarily putting pressure on us for vanity. Thank you for not putting your name to shame. We love you so much, God.
I loved what happened today.
You will live long to fulfill God's
I loved what happened today, and
I am grateful to God,
I
having been
loved my
lucky enough to
experience.
be blessed with a
I
daughter
learned that
who
I should use
chooses
my voice
and loves
wisely,
the baby girl.
and I
I
should use
feel
my time
loved.
wisely, and I should also pray so
You
that
will
God
know
will
God
direct my
with
path.
his strong and
And
undeniable exploits in
I
this
love the
season.
fact
If
that
ever
he
there is a
used
tomorrow when
practical
God will no
examples,
longer be
especially
said,
when he
and
screamed,
me and
"Kill
all shall
him." It
return
was
to the
actually
bosom
interesting.
of our Father.
That's all. Thank you.
Be assured that you will be amongst the crowds of heavenly witnesses, sharing his
Right, so you're going to start by
greater
telling us your
heights.
name, your class, and tell us about
Always
the
remember
event.
that
Basically, what you learned from the event.
you carry the legacy of our love and support always. Yes?
My name is Olanrele Mufeolua, and I am in year 7 in Breeding Arena College. Today, we had King E at our school to tell us a lot about voiceovers. I really learned about voiceovers, how we sell ideas, and I learned different perspectives of how people see voiceovers. Thank you.
It's alright. Yes, next. Pastor Kim. Alright, so you tell us key nuggets from the event. So key
Check, check, check.
no press. Don't it's okay. Just tell us your name, then key nuggets from the event.
Check, check.
Hold on. What is checking?
You will always be in my heart as I make my decisions
Don't worry, I won't see
and as I venture into life itself.
I would like to thank her for all that she has done for me. I also like to thank my dad for all he has done for me. May God bless their efforts.
I like to say thank you very much.
Okay.
Right, so
Okay. I had a great time. It has been a deluge of understanding and insight that has been released during his time of speaking. And one thing that stood out for me from what he said was my words, my voice carries power, which means that I can earn money from my voice. And he also said that doing what you love, earning money for what you love doing is the best thing, which also correlates with what I've learned from financial intelligence class. And he mentioned a hack that we students can use in class to remember things easily, which was we can turn what our teacher says into expressions and emotions or feelings so we can remember it easily. And that's a very good hack that I learned and tried to implement and practice in my life. Thanks.
very good. Like how many people do you want to read? You don't three. You don't three.
You see a pistol at the table.
Colade, she and Wonder.
Oh, what
Who
was
is she?
Mofe?
Sorry, Mofe and Wonder.
So she's the fourth.
This will be the fourth.
We should have a boy.
Then we should have one more boy. Please.
Wait, what did I say? Oh, not. So from today's activity, I learned that I learned the difference between voiceover and voice acting because I thought that they both were, the same thing. But I learned that voice acting is trying to bring a particular character into real life, trying to, convey emotion. And voiceover is kind of like they read out a script, so they say something. It doesn't necessarily have to portray a particular character. The aim of it can be for like commercials or other things, while voice acting can be used for audio books and etc. Then I also learned the 5 Ys and the H of voice